What is up, gamers? We're back, another Yu-Gi-Oh video. So, in Master Duel, they have announced that Mr. Fiendsmith Engraver and Company is coming to Master Duel in the newest selection pack. So, I figured I'd do a quick Fiendsmith combo-esque kind of little combo to get involved with what the Fiendsmith engine does for your deck. So, Fiendsmith Engraver has a few effects. First and foremost, you can discard this card. You can add a Fiendsmith spell and trap to your deck to your hand. You can target a Fiendsmith equipped card and you control one monster on the field. You send them to the graveyard. And if this card's in your graveyard, you can shuffle one other light fiend to your graveyard into the deck slash extra deck. That is cost. You can special summon this card, and you can only use each effect once per turn. So, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna activate the effect of Engraver to go get ourselves tracked to hand. So, tracked in hand, you can add a light fiend from your deck to your hand, and then you discard a card. So, we're gonna activate tracked. We're gonna then get Fabled Lurry to our hand, which is a light fiend, and then discard it. Mandatory effect of Fabled Lurry. You'll come back. It will be special summon. From here, you're going to link this bad boy off in order to make Fiendsmith Requiem, as he just needs one light fiend. And then its effect during the main phase, quick effect, tribute a card, summon a Fiendsmith monster from your hand or deck. So, we're gonna tribute this bad boy, and then summon Mr. Fiendsmith Engraver, the second one. As you know, Master, they announced that Mr. Engraver is only going to be at 2. So, we're going to activate the effect from here. Shuffle back this Fabled Lurry to special summon another Engraver. Now, right here, you have yourselves Nibiru protection, because Engraver these are light fiends, and guess what? It just needs 2 level 6 fiends. DDD High King Wave Caesar. So, right here, you can make Caesar, right? Or you can make Ptolemy M7, right? If you want to get some recursion, right? As it's generic, none of this deck locks you, right? So you can make Ptolemy M7, for example, or you can make Beatrice. Beatrice is still legal. So in the event that Beatrice, let me just bring these back real quick. So say you want to make a Beatrice, right? Right? Beatrice effect, you detach an Engraver, and then you send transaction rollback to the graveyard. And then on your opponent's turn and phase, draw a phase, activate the effect. Whoops, that's supposed to be detached. Whoopsies. Let me just put you back to grave. You detach, and you would send Ghost Meets Girl, a Master Mayakashi Tsunari Saga. From there, you declare transaction rollback, target this, and you pay the 4,000. And look at that. Your opponent is now locked from the extra deck. As you remember, transaction rollback does not care about cost as long as you can at least meet the activation condition. Right? So you could send Masterful Mayakashi Tsunari Saga, or you can send something like Elemental Burst, right, to the graveyard, right? Where, you can just destroy all cards on your opponent's side of the field. Pretty good. Alright, this next one here is we're going to go into one of the few other Fiendsmith Engraver boss monsters. It does have a nice suite of links and fusion monsters they can go to. So first and foremost, as usual, Engraver effect, we're going to discard it in order to add tracked to our hand. So, effect the track, we're going to activate it. Going to get ourselves Fabled Lurry and immediately discard it. Right. From there, Lurry's going to bring itself back. And then we're going to make Requiem by using this as material. Effect of Requiem, we're going to tribute it to summon another Engraver from our deck. Then we're going to activate the other Engraver in our deck. by shuffling back this Lurie. Right. From here, we're going to link these two off in order to make Fiendsmith Sequence, where it just needs two monsters, including a Light Fiend, and its effect, you can fusion summon by shuffling materials from your graveyard into your deck. Now, from here, what you want to do is activate the effect. Right here, you're going to fuse by shuffling back one Requiem and one Engraver. Oh, and Requiem. Right. In order to make Fiendsmith Lacrima. The effect of Fiendsmith Lacrima, right, can target one of my Light Fiends that is banished in your graveyard. You can either add it to your hand or special summon it. Guess what? Guess what? I got myself another Engraver in here. From here, you can also now make your rank 6 of your choice. DDD, Hiking Wave Caesar, Beatrice, Ptolemy, Photon Strike Bouncer, sure, right? You can do it from here, right? Or what you could do, right? What you can do is activate the effect of Tract in your grave to fuse the entire board. Right? It's a grave effect you can banish by using monsters from your hand or field. Right? Fuse the whole board in order to make Fiendsmith Disarray. Disarrays. Now, the Fiendsmith, I should mention, the Fiendsmith links have effects where they can attach themselves from the graveyard to a monster a non-link fiend monster you control to make an equip spell that gives it a following effect, right? So from here, Sequence can target Disarray from here. Sequence makes it so the equip monster can't be targeted. Requiem, Requiem gives it 700 attack. And Agnum Day, I don't think we're getting Agnum Day, but we might. But in case we do, Agnum Day does give it attack based off its link rating and piercing battle damage. Disarray's effect, where it can negate effects of face-up cards on the field up to the total link rating of monsters equipped to this card until the end of this turn. So this could negate, in theory, things like Dark World No More if you change something else to it, right? Or something like a Forbidden Droplet if they didn't send a something that you can chain to, right? So this gets 2 negates in theory because it has sequences equipped to it with a link 2, so it's pretty good. Not only that, but if this race gets sent to the graveyard, you can shuffle a other like fiend monster from your deck into the extra deck and target a card on the field. You can send to the graveyard. Pretty good, right? Now you're just wondering, in the event that you didn't get to Engraver, you didn't get to Track. Well, I just got the thing for you. Did you know you can go full Fiendsmith combo with just 2 cards? Here's how it's gonna work. First and foremost, you just need 2 monsters, right? So I'm gonna use the U-Bell stuff here, for example. Dark Beckoning Beast effect will then get me a monster that mentions Uriah and all that stuff, right? We're getting Chaos Summoning Beast, right? So you're gonna normal summon Chaos Summoning Beast with the extra normal Dark Beckoning Beast. From here, right, I have 2 monsters, 2 effect monsters, right? I will now make Moon of the Closed Heaven. The jump promo is a comment from the Infinite Forbidden. This is just mini underworld goddess, essentially, right? But we don't care about that. What do we care about? It is a light fiend. So, from there, you link these 2 off to make Moon in order to make. And from there, you link Moon off to make Fiendsmith Requiem. And then you can do your whole Fiendsmith stuff from there. So, you can go Fiendsmith Requiem effect, right? To go Grave, and then get a, what's it called? Get a Lacrima, right? Now, Lacrima is a Fiendsmith card. You sometimes play one of these. So, Lacrima's effect, you can send a Fiendsmith card from your deck to the graveyard. What you want to do is usually you can send a Engraver to the grave. But if you don't need to send Engraver, you can also send one of their traps, Fiendsmith in Paradise. Its effect, you can target a level 7 or higher Light Fiend you control, disarray, and send all cards on the field to the graveyard that are not that monster. So usually you would be able to get this card, and it just does a lot from there. But Engraver's effect, you're going to activate it by pitching. I'm going to pitch Moonback, right? You want to put Moonback to your extra deck, special summon it. Now we're going to link these two off. From here, we're going to make Sequence. The effect of Sequence, we're going to shuffle back Engraver, Lacrima, and Requiem in order to make Fiendsmith Disarray. Then, it's crazy, oops, we're going to link these two off to make Agnum Day. Agnum Day's effect, you can target a non-like Link Fiend. We're going to target Disarray. We're going to special summon this bad boy, and then he moves to the Spell and Trap Zone that gives this bad boy a bunch of attacks. So it gains 1800, it gets down at 46, and now you have a 3-card negate Disarray. Pretty good. And of course, you can also get Sequence, right? Right. You can get Sequence, attach it to that, and then you get an extra 1200, and now your Disarray cannot be targeted. It's at 5800, and now in theory can negate 5 cards on field. Will you get to 5? Never, but it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Alright, so with the engine here, we do have quite a little of stuff. So first and foremost, the engine can be really small or really big depending on what you want to go for. If you want just a summon negate, all you really need is 3 Engraver, Attract, and Lurie. Lacrima isn't really needed for that, right? You can make DD High King Wave Caesar in 4 summons, opening just Engraver, right? You go Engraver for Track for Lurie, link it off for Requiem, bring back Engraver. The other Engraver, that's 4. DD High King Wave Saver is number 5, right there. Pretty good. Alternatively, you can go Beatrice, send Transaction Rollback, Maikashi Trap, right? Lock them out of the extra deck. So, or if you want to be able to flex some other stuff, right? What you can do is from here, right? When you make Fusion Lacrima, right? Bring back the other Engraver, right? You could make Caesar. Alternatively, you could use the Sequence on field and an Engraver to make a Promethean Princess. Or, sorry, you can make Beatrice, send Snake Eye Ash, then make the Promethean Princess, Snake Eye Ash, search Popular effects, summon itself, get a spell and trap, and then go full Snake Eye combo from there. This all comes down to just what you want in the engine itself. You could end on the Disarray Negate, it's pretty good. You can end on the Summon Negate with Caesar, really good as well. We do have this dude here, Rextramadon. He is pretty strong, but I don't think he is worth it at the current moment. Pure, maybe, but depends on when we're gonna get more cards for Pure, right? Now, of course, I do think you should play 1 Lacrima, because in the event that you don't find Engraver or Track, Lacrima can do everything else for you from there. So, of course, the Lacrima sends Engraver, link it off a Requiem effect, get another Engraver, effect of Engraver, shuffle back Lacrima, makes Sequentia then makes the Fusion Lacrima gets back another Engraver, and then you still get your DDD High King Wave Caesar, rank 6, whatever you'd like. So, this is what it is right here. Coming to Master Duel. Remember, we are only allowed 2 Engraver, so keep that in mind. This is, you need just 5 in main, and at most 4 or 5 in your extra. Pretty tight, but I do think the deck engine is worth it. Thank you all for watching. I do pray that your rank grind will be okay because of the Fiendsmith stuff. See you guys then.